How a narcissist feels when they lose all their supply. Many people have at some time in their life gone through the common and strong feeling known as regret. It results from the awareness that our prior decisions or behavior produced negative results. Our mental health suffers when regret consumes us. This paper will explore the nuances of whether narcissists actually regret losing someone. One must first realize why people experience regret and whether they can really overcome it if one is to grasp this. Often stemming from guilt or remorse, regret results from the conviction that past actions could have changed the course of events. Some people find remorse to be a motivating factor that drives behavior modifications and future different decisions. For others, though, it becomes caught in constant self-doubt and rumination. One's degree of self-awareness and emotional intelligence will determine if one can go beyond regret. Regarding narcissists, the question of whether they actually regret losing someone gets complex. Comparable to parasites, narcissists grabbing onto the life of others help to suck the resources and energy they so need. Presenting an impression of omnipotence, they hide their actual predatory nature. Actually, they are hollow people driven by fears who go through their own grieving and loss experience. Still, narcissists do not feel the same kind of regret as normal individuals do. They elude empathy and understanding of the effects of their activities on others. Their only concentration is on meeting their own needs and wants. They see others as tools to help them reach these goals. They so lack guilt or regret when they lose someone, since they fail to see the person as someone with unique needs and emotions. Rather, narcissists could act as a manipulator toward the person they lost by seeming regret. Seeking control over the matter, they could try to cause guilt or assign responsibility. Their instruments in trying to win the person back are false promises of reform, flattery, and manipulation. These shows of regret, however, are false. They lack real guilt or regret. Do narcissists therefore really regret losing someone? They do regret, but it is not the same kind that we know of. People naturally start to doubt themselves after disappointments like the end of a relationship or a job loss. As they consider their silence, they could come to regret it. Every person has distinct connotations for regret. From the limited vision of a narcissist, the world seems to be seen as a small tunnel where only people who satisfy their needs are valued. Those who actively serve the false self of the narcissist are seen as valuable. If you were the main source of resources, attention, or other needs, you were the kind of supply they aimed to keep. This was driven by your value for them, so satisfying wants not satisfied by their current means, not by real concern or a wish to keep a connection. As such, the experience of sorrow felt by a narcissist differs from your own. Should I come to regret losing them, my failure to take more action to keep them in my life would be the cause. But this sorrow results from the loss of access to the value and advantages they offered, not from actual compassion. They will look for a new mate that can provide the same degree of effort, manipulation, and attention. Like with maintaining an employee rather than recruiting someone new, it is more convenient for them to keep an existing partner than to find a new one. While losing a lover who showers them with constant affection may create guilt over depending on the services of a cook, losing a housekeeper or an automated cash dispenser may lead regret. Actually, narcissists are readily replaced since they need someone to meet their requirements. It makes little difference who plays this function as long as their demands are satisfied. Real concern for one another does not exist in this setting. It is a domain defined by complete egotism, in which people are just concerned in reaching their own objectives. It perfectly captures great egocentrism. Thus, a narcissist does not go through the same kind of regret that you do. Even if they might show regret, it does not really reflect guilt, loss, or remorse. Rather, it shows us fleeting thoughts on how they might have kept a supply source since they were profit from it. If you recently broke up ties with a narcissist, they can try to get back in touch claiming to have experienced a spiritual enlightenment, or with apologies like, "I'm sorry this happened." These are only tools for manipulation meant to make you insecure and finally give up hope. Lack of ethical values prevents narcissists from feeling real regret. Like all people, we have a natural moral compass to direct our behavior. You must understand that everything you have been taught is untrue, a whole fabrication. Recall that the only care of a narcissist is their own self-interest and welfare. Like the knowledge that molds our perspective of reality and directs our behavior, it helps us examine our achievements and shortcomings, build moral values, decide how we should treat other people, find limits, and get over our worries. Still, narcissists lack this capacity. Whether or not there is injustice, a narcissist shows no regret, since he is not bothered about what happens to him. It is useless to regret their disappearance when someone fails to value your actual nature and only uses you for the energy and resources you offer. Fellow survivors have to understand how these people create false narratives and, more crucially, how to take back their own well-being. Hearing your personal experiences and the regretful phrases your narcissist said would pique my great interest. Kindly leave a comment below sharing your story. I will explore this more in next episode to promote healing. In essence, even if narcissists show grief over a loss, their experience of that regret differs from ours. Empathy absent, they cannot understand the emotional toll their behavior causes to their loved ones. Losing someone makes no shame or regret for them, since they consider people as expendable instruments. Their expressions of grief are more than just sincere. They are rather manipulative strategies used in search of control. Though they could experience some kind of guilt for hurting someone and seeing its effects, this does not amount to real regret. Participating in relationships with narcissists requires one to be aware of warning signals and prevent being manipulated by them. Should you find this video helpful, kindly leave comments including questions and feedback. Take care and have a great day as we keep on our recovery road.